I have one question for you. Do you lead a busy life? It's a question that many of us in today's world answer yes to. We have so many demands on our time. There's work in our career. There's your family. There's your hobbies. There's the expectation that the world puts upon you that drags your time away from you. Another question I love putting in front of you is, what happens when you get busy in your life? And the answer that I often find is, I drop everything that is good for me, everything that keeps me healthy. When we get busy, what gets dropped? My time for exercise. My time for food planning. Like if we look at food, often you plan your food well and you eat healthy. But when we get busy, that falls out the back door and I start to eat unhealthy. When I get busy, I sleep less. Now, what is the cost of when I get busy, me having these behaviours? What's the cost upon your life by having this way of living? Well, you increase your stress more and you move away from who you are as a person. When I start to move away from my healthy behaviours, I start to lose myself. If I stop exercising, if I stop planning my food, if I sleep less, if I move away from my creative endeavours, what tends to happen? Is I tend to be less healthy, less fit, maybe I'll put some weight on, and ultimately I tend to lose myself. If we can agree that when I get busy, I move away from behaviours that are healthy for me, we can see that there's a massive cost on your life for having this way of living. We can also see there needs to be a better way. There really does. And when we think about a better way, to me, there's one thing that's the most important thing to install in ourselves. And that is, that's my job to prioritise my healthy time in my life. That when I get busy, I actually need to be prioritising my healthy behaviours first. But why don't we? Why is there a conflict in that time? And to me, I think there's a few things. I think, first of all, we don't see our own time as productive time. So we're not very good defenders of our own time because we don't see it as valuable use of our time. Whereas if my boss comes and says, I need this much out of you today, well, I can say, well, I've been productive in doing that. But if I've put some time aside to plan my food, is that productive? Well, the answer to me is yes. The answer to me is yes, it is. Because when I plan my healthy behaviours into my life and I prioritise those as my number one thing, then I am actually a higher level version of myself. Because we've looked at the cost of not doing those things, but what are the benefits? When I'm keeping fit, I feel healthier, I have more energy for life. When I sleep well, I have better focus in my life. When I eat well, I have better focus and energy. When I have my creative outlets or my communication with my friends, all of these things help me to keep myself in a healthy mind space. I know from my own experience in life, one of the biggest mindsets that I've learned is that in my busy times, my job is to prioritise the things that keep me healthy. For me, it's meditation, it's exercise, playing the piano and writing my journal and talking to my partner. In my busy times, I put those things first. I sit down and I prioritise my week so those things are happening first. And then outside of that, then I plan the rest of my week around that. Once I learnt this lesson, I had some amazing discoveries in life that in my busy times, in my most demanding times, I actually achieve more if I keep those things in. Now, sure, I might lessen the amount of time. So normally I play piano for an hour a day. Now, in my really busy times, I might knock that back to half an hour a day. So I might lessen the amount of times I'm spending on my healthy stuff. But actually, I'm going to be performing better. I'm going to be healthier and less stressed if I stay diligent to keeping those things in at those times. When you think about your own stressful, busy times, if you were to maintain your healthy behaviours, what do you think the effects would be on you? Do you think you'd mentally get through those times better? Do you think on the other side of those times you'd feel healthier and physically and mentally as well? So I suppose there's a few questions I want to ask you. Is what are the ways that you are healthy? Is it exercise? Is it creative? Is it planning? Some people may not even know because they've been so far away for such a long time. And you need work to do if you're in that place. And then once I've discovered what are my healthy ways, how do I shift my mindset to go, this is the way, these are the things that I'm going to prioritise in my life, first and foremost, every day of my life. And then if I stick to that, I'm going to get to a place where I'm a lot healthier more often. We do lead busy lives. We all do. And we all have demands upon us. And if you do it right, it can actually be quite a filling, self-confidence building experience that gives you a sense of self and my ability to push through my hard moments. But if the way I deal with stressful times in my life is just to move away from myself and to create more stress, where are you going to wake up in the future? What life does this lead to? It's your job to prioritize yourself. And it can be hard when you first start. But if you stick at it, you'll wake up in a place where you'll be being true to yourself. You'll be aligned and in line with who you are. And living your way in a way that makes you feel healthy. So think about yourself. Reflect upon and do the work. It might be hard at first, but it'll be some of the most important work that you can do in your life. Right guys, thanks for watching that clip. This is called Fitness Thoughts. My name is Bevan James Eyles, and basically what I do is every 2 weeks I put a clip out. You can go back and watch my old clips on either my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel, so it's all there for you. I also have a podcast called Fitness Behaviour, and that comes out every couple of weeks as well, and that's deeper level, longer conversation around these things, and I get some of the world's leading thinkers on things like behaviour and fitness and those types of things there. So if you want to get along to any of those things, you can just check out my website, bevanjameseyles.com. If you want to become a patron of my work, and that's basically where you can support me in creating great work that helps people grow, you can go to Patreon, and that's a link on my website, bevanjameseyles.com, and you can just donate whatever you want towards me creating more great content. Anyway, keep being great, do the work on yourself, and I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks' time. See ya.